Oh, hi! It's Wednesday again. So that means another vegan recipe. I wanted to make a dessert this time because I feel like I haven't made a dessert in a while. And I wanted to make a healthier dessert. I see everybody's having their lemon blueberry cake. Well, I would like to have a lemon blueberry cake too. But I don't want to put a half a cup of olive oil in it. So I'm doing an experiment today. And I hope it turns out. I've been having a lot of success with my homemade soy yogurt from tofu. So I'm hoping to substitute the soy yogurt for the oil and the milk in the cake. This was a vegan recipe to begin with. So I'm going to put the link for this recipe in the description box for the video. It's from, let's go back up to the top. Rainbow Nourishments, and it is for easy vegan lemon blueberry cake. Now, like I said, it has a half a cup of olive oil in it, which I didn't want to do. I want to do higher protein, less bad stuff, and I don't have a problem with olive oil, but I don't want to put a half a cup in there. I don't want to put any in there. I'd rather save my olive oil in a salad dressing or something like that so that it's not cooked or heated so that it loses its nutrients. So let's prop up the camera and let's get this party started. Alright, let's get this going. I'm going to put you right here. Alright, perfect. Sorry for this, but you need to see this. So I'm starting off with my plain flour in the bowl here. I'm going to be adding some baking powder to it. I like to keep all my stuff in jars because I feel like it keeps it fresher, and I feel like it looks more uniform in the cabinet, especially if you have all the same type of jars, which I don't at the moment, but my goal is to eventually have all of the same type of jars. So I'm just gonna whisk together the flour, which I'm using Italian flour so that I can tolerate it for my stomach, and the baking powder. So I'm gonna put, sorry for that, that was a little loud. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm running out of space here because it was a busy day today and I didn't get to clean my kitchen. Alright, here is the bad stuff. Here's the sugar. I was going to use allulose, but I don't want to change too many things in one recipe. I mean, I'm already changing a lot as it is. But let's see what happens. I've got the sugar here. I've got raw cane sugar. I've got my homemade yogurt. I'm using 12 ounces because it's it's 3/4 of a cup of milk in the original recipe and half a cup of olive oil. So that's pretty much what this is. If we need to add more milk, we'll do it. But this is about 12 ounces. And yes, it's separated a little bit. That's perfectly fine. It's just been sitting in the fridge for a while. I made the mistake of letting it ferment a little bit too long and it kind of separated, but it's still good. We had some the other night with the mac and cheese and it was still amazing and delicious. It was a little more tangy than usual, but that's fine because it's going to counteract all the sugar in here and it's not going to taste too sweet then. Alright, I want to get all my yogurt out. I'm also going to be adding the zest of a couple of lemons. I didn't do a great job on this because my lemons were kind of old, but I'm not the biggest fan of zest. I was gonna cheat and just use some lemon extract, but I didn't. I actually zested it with my tiny little cheese grater. I'm also going to be adding some vanilla extract. Just a splash. Is that all that's in here? No, it's still got plenty in here. Alright. Then I'm going to be adding, this is approximately 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice that I just freshly squeezed. Think of it as like a lemonade cake. So you got your lemon and sugar in there. And then you're going to add some other stuff. So it's going to be like a lemonade cake, basically. Alright. We're going to mix this good, or well, until everything is incorporated. Oh, it's quite thick. I wonder if we're going to have to add some more liquid to this. I want to give this a second to sit because I want to make sure that the sugar is completely dissolved. I don't want to have any crunchy sugar in this because I don't like that in a cake. I like it on a cookie, but not really on a cake. So I'm going to let this sit and we'll be back. We're back. This is feeling very dissolved, so that's nice. I brought my flour mixture back in over here. I'm going to add my wet to my dry. Oh, beautiful. Let me grab a spatula here because I want to make sure I get all of this out. Alright. Still a little bit of gritty sugar on the bottom, but that's okay. When it cooks, it will dissolve the rest. Alright. Now I'm going to mix this. Oh! Something in the sink did not like that. Alright. It looks a little dry, but I feel like that's okay because I don't have fresh blueberries. I'm using this banana, strawberry, blueberry frozen mix, and I put it in the microwave for a minute to thaw out, and there is some liquid in there, so that's probably going to help it a little bit. I don't know, maybe I should add a little milk. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to add milk. Sorry. Oh, what a coincidence. I have this beautiful Ripple unsweetened original higher protein milk. So I'm going to add about 1/4 of a cup because I don't want this to be too dry. Nobody likes a dry cake. You know, one that you need like 3 to 4 glasses of almond milk to wash down. Alright, that's not too bad. That's at least a little bit better than it was before. Alright. Now I'm going to add the berry and banana mixture. I want to make sure I get all that juice out because that's going to give the cake a beautiful blue color. Obviously the one on the website they used fresh blueberries, so it didn't stain the cake at all, but I kind of like it stained. What can I say? I'm kind of a weirdo. Let's give this a mix. Oh, it's this beautiful pink color. How romantic. And today just happens to be Maddie's anniversary, her 2nd wedding anniversary. So let's pretend that they're coming over for cake tonight. They're out at a restaurant right now. But she'll have a piece of this tomorrow, I'm sure. Alright, that looks very nice. I also just happen to have prepared a stoneware baking dish here, and I crumpled up my parchment paper and put it in here. So I'm going to load in my batter. Oh, I should be showing you this side, sorry. I'm bowl blocking. Alright. I just also turned on my oven to preheat it. If you have a normal oven, which I don't, you would probably preheat this to 350 degrees. But since I have a very precise steam oven, which I'm not using the steam right now, it just happens to be a steam capable oven, but it's also, it manages the temperature down to the 1/10 of a degree. It's incredible. But you've heard about that already, I'm sure. Alright, Got most of that out. Sorry, everything is just crashing today. Yeah, I'm just going to smooth this out in the pan. It's looking real good. They said to put blueberries on the top, but I don't need to do that. There's blueberries in there. I'm just so curious to see how this is going to come out with the yogurt instead of the oil. And or the milk. I mean, I did put a little bit of milk in there, but I hate when this gets caught in the whisk. I'll be picking this out for another minute. Alright. I think it looks really good. I'm just going to show you guys before I put it in the oven. There it is. Looks pretty amazing. And that's going to have to go in for quite a while. That's going to go in for about 50 minutes because we're going to cook it at a lower temperature, which is 350. I'm putting mine in at 337. I think I forgot to tell you what my temperature was. For about 50 minutes. You have to do the toothpick test though. And make sure that you don't pull out a bloody stump. Make sure you pull out a clean toothpick. And then you know that it's not going to be uncooked in the middle. So let's get this in the oven. And we'll check back when it's done. See ya. Alright, we just had dinner and we're ready to cut the beautiful cake. It's been cooling while we were having dinner. It was in the oven for about 53 minutes.
Okay.
Why don't you... Yeah.
Well,
sure.
In a triangle?
No, it doesn't have to be, no. You do you, boo. Do you know what this is?
I see some kind of blueberry, I think.
Blueberry, strawberry, banana, lemon cake.
Stop it. Okay.
Looks good. Looks promising. It's low fat. Yeah, it's low fat. It's regular amount of sugar, but low fat. Higher protein.
Okay. It's firm.
Yeah, that's good. Let's follow it. What? Is it good? Are you lying?
No.
Because it was an experiment.
Okay.
Because this is basically like an olive oil cake, the original recipe, and I wanted to make it with no oil.
Right.
So I used my yogurt.
Yeah. I think it would be better with like Ripple or something.
Oh no, is it too dry?
No, more. No.
Okay, because I was joking before about how you would need maybe 3 to 4 glasses of almond milk to wash it down.
I mean, it's substantial.
I mean, it's good. Is it as good as an olive oil
heavy.
one? It is heavy.
Yeah. This is more of a Windsor cake.
I think it's good.
It's almost like a fruit cake.
I think it would be good for like breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, was it a fail? Not completely.
I wouldn't say.
Maybe next time I would try half the oil. Maybe it was too ambitious to split the brains between Rocky and Eddie. Yeah. I'm going to have my own piece.
Okay.
Why are you so smug?
That's fine. You're projecting.
Alright, well, I don't think it's a complete fail, but it's a great recipe, guys. I'm going to leave the original recipe in the description for the video underneath. You guys decide. Oh my goodness. I think it's not that lemony. I'm getting a little bit of lemon,
Yeah, it's not overwhelming.
but not that much. Maybe I should have put in some of the lemon extract. My lemons were a little bit old in the tooth, so I didn't like get very much zest off of them.
No comment.
All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Sometimes it's a fail. Sometimes it's...
Better with the ripple.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see me fail at. And I'll be back next Wednesday with another recipe, hopefully not a fail. So thanks for watching, and until Wednesday, much love. Oh, hi. It's the next day. And this is a little after the video. So yesterday's cake, Mark didn't seem to be too thrilled with, but honestly, I just tasted it again this morning because I wanted to see if it was truly a fail or not, because sometimes cakes taste better the second day, and I think that's what happened here. To be fair to this cake, last night we had just had nachos and the cake was still kind of warm, which isn't always a good thing when you have cake. Sometimes you just don't want warm cake. That's probably why Mark wanted to drink the milk with it. So I just tasted it now. It does taste like a fat-free cake though, and you guys know who eat low fat what I mean. It's just the texture is not oily. It's kind of, I want to say spongy. I don't know. You know what I mean when there's a low fat cake. It's just not, the mouthfeel is not like oily. It holds together better than a cake with fat in it. But the flavor is really good. The lemon really comes through. Like, I wasn't getting the lemon so much last night when I tasted it because it was still warm. It's like when you make a soup or a stew, it's better the second day. Well, this cake is definitely better the second day. But that being said, I think I would add a couple of tablespoons of oil the next time I make it, because we do like lemon cake and we do like blueberries. So I just wanted to add that because I felt like bad last night that we weren't being fair to this cake. So that's my 2 cents on this cake. And now I will go because I have to go shopping. My cat has the zoomies right now and she's stomping around like a horse upstairs, so she's probably about to come busting through this room any minute. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next Wednesday, as always. And until then, much love.